What's happening, guys? Welcome to Think About It Review Spoiler Talk. Now, if you haven't seen these videos before, Spoiler Talk really consists of what I liked about the film, what I didn't like about the film, and of course, it's all spoiler. It's all open, man. So you have been warned. A lot of things to talk about in Ant-Man. That's right. Ant-Man. That's Paul Rudd, Michael Douglas, Evangeline Lilly. I got it right. Corey Stoll. They all star in Ant-Man. But Ant-Man. Like I said in my previous video, I enjoyed it. However, it was okay. It wasn't the best film of all time. It wasn't the worst film of all time. It was right there smack in the middle. So, Ant-Man. The Marvel references, the Marvel cameos, I think that's what we really need to start off with. And now I'm assuming you saw the movie. I'm assuming you saw the film. That's why you're watching the spoilers. This is really just, talking here. Comment below. Let's talk. Did you love that Falcon cameo? Because I love that Falcon cameo. I thought the Falcon cameo was cool. I really liked it. I was like, all right, when Scott has to break in that Avengers facility, at first they thought it was Stark's, Stark's dad's facility. And I gotta say, the makeup on Stark and Carter and the other dude, I did think the computerized younger version of Michael Douglas was good, but the makeup and the old makeup for Carter and Stark's dad was just like, really, like I didn't think they did a great job on the makeup, honestly. So, him breaking into the Avengers facility and then Falcon showing up. He has a cool suit. I can't wait to see him in action for the upcoming Civil War. So, he has a really cool suit. Anthony Mackie, I really like Anthony Mackie. So, I absolutely love the fact that basically his goggles was able to still see Paul Rudd's Ant-Man when he was so tiny. And then, Paul Rudd, Scott Lang was to Hank, like, on the radio. Oh, he can't see me. Anthony Mackie, Falcon, I can see, bro. I absolutely love that. I thought the fight was pretty good. However, like I said in my previous video, I think the direction could be. I felt like this director didn't really showcase action too well. Like he didn't do a bad job. You could still, there's some action sequences that were great, like the Falcon and Ant-Man action sequences were pretty. It was good. However, I felt like it could have been better. I felt like it could have been better. And if you feel like it could have been better, it probably could have been better. So, but I liked how Falcon showed up, and I like how Ant-Man took him on. He took him out. He shrinked even smaller, and he took out his wings pretty much. So I thought that was great. I thought, him, when Anthony Mackie, Falcon was shooting, and Ant-Man was like on the gun, I thought that was great as well. Him succeeding the mission and getting that one device for Hank was great. Now, let's also talk, I think I want to talk the chemistry-wise. And the chemistry between Hank and Scott in this film, Michael and Paul, it's interesting, I do like these two. I do like these casting choices and stuff. But let's be real. In this film, let's be real, let's be honest, the chemistry with these characters wasn't there, and I think it's the fault of editing maybe, and it could be the fault a little bit on the director or the script, mostly maybe the script, because these jokes did not hit. I felt like the back and forth of Paul and Michael, well, it's a little bit the actors as well, I guess, or just the chemistry, there's either have chemistry or you don't. Breaking Bad, know what I mean? So, but yeah, I think Scott and Michael, they didn't have the chemistry as I was hoping for, and especially with Scott and Hope as well. At the end of this film, they kiss, and there's little hints here and there that she likes him, and I want them. When I was watching this film, like, okay, I know these two are going to get together, and I want that to happen. I think these two actors are, actors are really great, and I don't think the chemistry's there, but then again, I'm not seeing a lot of the script work that help them, come together as much as I wanted to, because it's mostly about a father and daughter type film, story. That's where the heart, meat and potatoes is. With Paul and his daughter, it's generic, like I said. It's I think I did like, however, the daughter really does root for her dad. She really views him as a superhero. I like that idea and I like that concept, and that's a heart to it. However, it wasn't executed right. Michael Douglas and Hank and Hope, Lily's Hope. This is where I was like, they mentioned it in the film, yet I still believe that they went about it the wrong way. Hope doesn't has ill like she does. She still works with her father, with Hank, because of she voted him out. She voted him out. However, after seeing what Cross going crazy and going Lex Luthor, she needs Hank's help. She needs her father's help. Yet there's a pretty much they're not in equal terms. Like she just, I don't want to say despises her father, but there's nothing there anymore. Their relationship really just cracked. And the reason being was because, first of all, Hank will not have her in the suit. Like, she could have done this whole mission. Hell, she could have done this whole mission by herself. But no, Cross figured it out, I guess. Well, anyway, he just will not let her in the suit because of what happened to her mother. And he says that her mom died in a plane crash, but not AKA Wasp. Yet Wasp did not do that. Wasp was actually helping Hank deactivate a nuke. I believe it was a nuke that was headed. I forgot where it was headed. And Hank knew he couldn't get into the nuke unless he got smaller. Unless he activated that something bomb, not an atomic bomb, but if he activated this, if he got smaller, if he activated this little thing on his belt, he would pretty much disappear. He would go into he says not another dimension, but he would just get smaller and smaller and smaller, where he pretty much ceases to exist. Like he would die. He would die. There was no way for him to become bigger again with the use of the belt, because once you do that thing, you're done. And Wasp did that to get a little bit smaller, to deactivate the bomb, and that's how she died. That's basically the gist of it. Of course, there's other ways to explain it, but that's how I figured. She got smaller, she died. There was no way, she didn't have anything to make her bigger. Once she did that move with her belt, she was done. I know. It's sorry ass explanation, but that's how. It's pretty much the gist of it. Like she self-sacrificed herself. But what I didn't really get was, why the fuck did Hank not tell Hope this a long time ago? Why did he not do that? And she says that too. And I think the audiences are thinking it like, this makes no sense. Like, why wouldn't you? It does. If anything, it makes her realize and understand that, not one, her mom's a hero. Two, she sacrificed herself, and this is why Hank doesn't want. I don't want you in the suit. She would understand that reason. She understood it then, right there. So I just did not understand that whole. It was kind of a cop out, honestly. Just to have that conflict between those two characters. I think they could have done that much better job with that, but they went the generic route. I did, however, love the uses. I love Auntie. I thought I didn't think I'd care for an aunt, but I liked Auntie. And even Scott's like, oh, Auntie, and Auntie dies. Auntie fucking dies, man. What the hell? Auntie dies, and I was like, oh, that's a low blow. Just to get me emotional. That's a low blow. But yeah, I liked Auntie. God damn it, I liked Auntie. The uses of the ants were great. The way that Hank explained it was where he can communicate with that little earpiece. Like he said, sends kind of waves to the ants and stuff. It's like telekinesis, so to speak. Not really, but just the way he was able to control those ants was great. And you have to you have to really just kind of connect with those ants. I mean, you got to be real and honest, which was great as well. I liked how Hope told Scott when he's having so much difficult, just think of your daughter. Think of what you want to control these ants. You want to do it for your daughter. So I like that aspect of it. But oh my god, that car scene was just the editing was so jarring in that car scene. That was the one time of the editing really got to me. I was like, oh my god, there's this chemistry, this dialogue. The dialogue wasn't that great as well because the comedic moments just doesn't hit you. I think the one time I really laughed is when Scott and Cross are fighting. You know, Cross is in his Yellow Jacket uniform, and he goes smaller, and Scott just like ping pongs him into the bug zapper. That was hilarious. I thought that was really, really funny. The team that he had, the heist team, I didn't like the Russian guy. T.I., I don't know how I feel about T.I. I guess I was neutral about him. I think somebody else could have played that role. Michael Pena. Michael Pena is awesome. Keep Michael Pena on there. I love the way he was explaining like things. Yeah. So I was with my cousin, this and that, and like, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, dude, dog, yeah. I just love that whole thing because after the end of his story, I still didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, and especially when he was talking about Falcon and now Falcon was looking for Scott. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, I have to rewatch this because what the fuck just happened right now? Cross, like I said, he was a cookie cutter villain. I mean, of course, he knew what the hell was going on. That was, I mean, of course, he's just like, I felt like that villain could have been better. I love the Yellow Jacket suit, though. I think the Yellow Jacket suit was great. But, you know, it felt like so much, like, he felt like he really wanted to bang Hope. I'm just saying, he really wanted to bang Hope. All right, not too much time, but that was really the good stuff, the, you know, bad stuff that was going on. The movie just didn't execute as well as I hoped it would. I think the last third act was the most entertaining, like the more I really got into it. But the first act was kind of a little bit, you know, the Baskin Robin moments, the comedic moments. The comedic moments in the Baskin Robbins shop was just like, really, you know, just having people just, especially that guy asking for like what, a hot dog or a burger or something, like, come on, people are not that stupid, Marvel. So honestly, yeah, the comedic moments could have just been so much better. You definitely need somebody. They need to get Adam McKay. He's the one that wrote this. I think he did. Yeah, get another writer, please, to do the comedic moments. This is not Anchorman. This is not Ron Burgundy. This is we need better comedy in here. I think the comedy kind of fell flat and was not successful. But some things were. But I was really disappointed that the comedy wasn't as top notch. Like Guardians of the Galaxy is funny. I was kind of disappointed on that part. So real quick, let's talk about the end credits scene of Captain America, Bucky Barnes, and Falcon. I was trying to figure out like what the hell was going on. I was wearing 3D glasses, but it seemed like Bucky was like on his something occurred before we hit that moment because Falcon goes Cap. And you got Bucky right there. It looks like Bucky came to Cap and Falcon. And it looks like Falcon's going to recruit Ant-Man, Scott. That's where I got out of it. I would have to rewatch that, but that's what I got out of it. That's what the reason why he's looking for Scott. They mentioned Tony's name. They can't go to Tony with this. I did love the Spider-Man reference. You know, when the reporter's like, yeah, you got people calling up walls now, this and that. So that was great. But, yeah, the end credit scenes was not jarring. It was a little confusing, honestly. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't know if you guys felt the same way. If you guys have an explanation on that end credit scene, let me know. I had to watch it again, honestly. I think I had to watch this movie again and really I don't know. I think maybe I was just too focused on the editing because the editing was really kind of bugging me a little bit. And I was maybe a little bit too focused on the characters and the motivations of these characters. The dialogue, I think, could have been just so much better. The dialogue just kind of fell flat for me as well. This movie, like I said, was okay. I do recommend it, though, because, you know, it's a Marvel movie, and you will have that third act is pretty good, and, you know, the casting, you know, and the look of it. But it's Captain America. It's Captain America, the first movie, honestly, for me. So that's it, guys. I'm running out of time, so thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please like the video, and like I say, grab a tick, grab a seat, get some good popcorn to eat. I'll see you at the cinema. Bye, guys.